Most people think the worst part about a knock at the door late at night is that it might be a burglar. That belief is incomplete. Because if someone is knocking on your door after midnight on Christmas Eve, the danger isn't that they want something from you. It's that they already know something about you. And that's the part no one ever talks about. In my family, we had a rule that never made sense to me growing up. If someone knocked on the door after midnight on Christmas Eve, we were not allowed to answer it. Not even to look outside. Most people would assume that rule existed because of crime. Drunks. Pranksters. Maybe someone lost in the snow. But that wasn't the reason. The real reason was that, in our house, Christmas Eve wasn't treated like any other night. It was treated like a deadline. A point where whatever was outside had already decided whether it was invited in. When I was 16, I finally learned why the rule existed. That Christmas Eve, everything felt normal. The house was quiet. Snow was falling. My dad had fallen asleep on the couch. My mom was wrapping presents. At exactly midnight, the TV turned off by itself. People assume electronics shutting off is scary because it's supernatural. That's not what made it scary. What made it scary was that, in our house, midnight was when the rules started to matter. And that's when the knock came. Most people think knocking means someone wants attention. That's not always true. Sometimes, knocking is a test. The first knock was slow and calm. Not loud. Not rushed. It wasn't meant to scare us. It was meant to confirm something. My dad stood up immediately and turned off the lamp. That's when I realized he wasn't reacting to the sound. He was reacting to the timing. People also assume that if you don't answer the door, whoever is outside will eventually leave. That's only true when the person outside doesn't already know you're home. The man on our porch wasn't guessing. He knocked again, then spoke. "Merry Christmas. I know you're home." That sentence alone told us everything. Because it meant he wasn't there to check. He was there because he already knew. When he said my dad's name, my mom made a sound she couldn't stop. People think knowing your name is the scariest part. It isn't. The scariest part is how someone says it. He didn't hesitate. He didn't mispronounce it. He said it like he was reading it from memory. Like something he'd practiced. People assume fear comes from the threat of violence. The man started walking around the house. He didn't try to break in. He didn't rattle windows. He just moved slowly, stopping outside each one long enough for us to notice. That's when I realized he wasn't searching. He was reminding us. When he stopped outside my bedroom window, he said something I still think about every Christmas. "I can see you." I don't know if that was true. But it didn't matter. Because by then, the point wasn't whether he could see me. The point was that he wanted me to imagine that he could. Most people. When he knocked on the back door, it was only once. Hard. That wasn't a request. That was a decision. Then, just as suddenly as it started, everything stopped. No footsteps. No voice. No movement. By morning, the snow around the house was untouched except for one set of footprints leading up to the front door. They didn't lead away. People think that detail means he disappeared. That's not what it meant. It meant he didn't need to leave. After that night, my parents never explained the rule. They didn't need to. Every Christmas Eve after that, my dad locked the doors early and checked the windows twice. Last year, after they passed away, I stayed in that house alone on Christmas Eve. At exactly midnight, there was a knock at the door. Slow. Calm. Familiar. And when the man spoke, he said my name like he was continuing a conversation we'd already started. Because the hidden reason you never open the door after midnight on Christmas Eve isn't fear. It's acknowledgement. And once you acknowledge something like that, it doesn't need permission anymore.